COP26 is we've been talking for quite some time in both. So in UK we have been discussing on how do we reduce the global warming, and many countries have been doing this. But bamboo seems to be the simplest, sustainable, and a cost-effective solution. Unfortunately, the bamboo being belongs to India in a very large scale. China they have only 5.5 million hectare as compared to India, which is 16 million hectare. So we are the custodian of bamboo, but we are not really looking at the opportunities available. And so COP26 is meant to reduce the global warming over a period of next 10, 20, 30, 40 years time. And India agreed to do that. Now, I'm very happy to talk about this at our Bamboo Society of India. The main aim of me talking at the Bamboo Society of India is to see that we take it forward at the national level, at the PMO office, and let's make attempt to tell them that bamboo can do this job very easy, very simple, and we should be able to technically guide them so that we will be able to see that the target which is given by our Honorable Prime Minister can be achieved, not by 2070, much earlier. So, let me just go through this fundamentals. A lot of people may know something about this. I'll start from the global warming itself. What's happening? And today, if you see them, our almost our 4 billion, 10 billion ton of carbon dioxide is what was there earlier in 1960 and kept on increasing. And that has gone to the level of 2020 and to a level of 40 gigaton. 40 gigaton is a carbon dioxide, which was only 10 tons, 4 times carbon dioxide increase in the atmosphere. And fortunately, due to our COVID situation, it has come down by a little bit down now in the last, 1 year's to 2 years time. And it is almost, we are standing now at 34.1 gigaton of carbon dioxide. All these because we have been using traffic, our car, our tractors, our planes, our factories, cities, even in fact, animals also. All these are emitting the carbon dioxide. That is what has resulted in increase in the carbon dioxide. As a whole, if you look at the whole world, and we are emitting 35 billion ton of carbon dioxide through the fossil, and land use pattern is adding another 6 ton, and biosphere is able to bring down. All these are numbers. Let's make it, what is important is to know what is happening because of the increase in carbon dioxide. It's a global warming. The global warming led to the level of, the rise of sea level. It's almost 3 meters sea level is going to rise. At that time, what's going to happen? The entire Maldives, the country will get into the sea water. There are many Maldives. All our coastal area, Calcutta, or our Kerala, or Chennai, all these areas, Bombay, a lot of places are going to be there. All the spots what I'm showing is all the places where the water level is going to increase. And that's also not only that, it's also bringing a lot of tsunami. It already came. It changed the environment pattern, the rain pattern. Today, it's heavy rains up there. Intensity of rain is very, very high. We know, the whole year rainfall falls in 3 to 4 days time, and they're not able to get rain. All these are effect of global warming. And the worst come worst is the kind of people dying, and then lot of things are happening. Okay, this is the effect of this. That is what is resulted now. Our Prime Minister, when he went there to COP26, and he said, let us commit something when other people are doing it. What the 5-fold strategy is given it. Number 1 strategy was India will get its non-fossil fuel capacity to 500 gigawatt. We are only 137 gigawatt now. Now 2021, we are only 137. We have got a long way to go. And that's number two. India will meet 50% of the energy requirement from the renewable energy. That's another big target. India will reduce the total carbon emission by 1 billion ton. We are doing around 2.5 billion ton today. Out of that 1 billion ton, by 2030, it will become 3 billion ton. So the 1 billion ton has to be brought down by 2030. That's again a huge task. And then comes our carbon intensity on the economy by less than 45%. Then ultimately, we want to see that we go to the level of net zero by 2070. What is net zero? No carbon emission from anywhere. Coal is emitting, it will not be there. Petrol, no. Everything will be no. Either we will not use it, or we will find a methodology by which we are able to bring it down. Now, carbon capture is the one solution available for us. And this Modi's 5 promises we can do. What major role bamboo can play? Bamboo is the fastest growing plant on the earth. It is the fastest, 1.5 feet a day, not month, not week, 1.5 feet a day. And they are able to really, but the growth is nothing but absorption of carbon dioxide from the air through the help of photosynthesis, and they're doing it. And this is what today's position of India. You see them, we are third largest emitter of carbon dioxide by 2020. I couldn't believe. It's such a huge quantity. China is almost 3 billion ton carbon, whereas 3 million ton of carbon, whereas US is next, India is third. But this was not our situation. I'll show you, this is 2020. I'll show you how it happened. You see them? It's all started in 1999. It was so low. We were very, very low. Or if you go back to our 1987, we were 7th or 8th. If you go little bit beyond this, or in the year 1985, we were almost 10th rank. Canada is above, Poland is above, UK is above, Japan is above, China is not much. But you see them, I just run the graph to show you. Every year, it's 1989, now it's growing up, and we became a 5th largest emitter. Then it slowly went up, China went up. US is reducing, China went up. China went up as a #1 emitter in the world. And by 2017 itself, we have become 3rd largest. By 2020, we are the largest one. That is a kind of emission which you are doing it. But looking at this, our target is very important. But what is the target? How much quantity? Because we have number of people are more in India, because of which per capita emission of carbon dioxide is much, much lower than China, US, European Union, or Russia, any other country for that matter. We have only 1.9 tons of carbon dioxide, 1,900 kilograms of carbon dioxide. Whereas US is 15.5. China is 4 times higher. And because of this reason, we are saying, like, economically, we are not able to bring it down because our people are more, our economy is developing now, because of which we're not doing it. But at the same time, the target is also easy. Please understand, we are only 1,900 kilogram. And 1,900 kilogram, if you want to absorb 1% emission per year, is only 1,900 kilogram. One bamboo, a good grown bamboo, produces 250 kilograms of wood. 250 kilograms, that means 10 poles, 25 kilograms. Plants like Bambusa balkova, if they are able to cultivate, irrigate, they are able to do that. Because today that has got almost 48% carbon in the body, and which is around 150 kg of carbon sequestered per plant per year. Now, which means today we don't talk in terms of carbon, we talk only in terms of carbon dioxide. I said 1,900 kilograms of carbon dioxide. Now, bamboo is able to suck 422 kilograms of carbon dioxide per year per plant. Now, this also releases oxygen, because when the carbon is taken to the body, the oxygen is released, which is 307, which is sufficient for one human being breath. We all need only 280 kilograms of oxygen for the whole year. Okay, let's forget about oxygen at the moment. Let's come back to the carbon. Carbon dioxide is the unit which is used. Now, if you want to make carbon capture, bamboo is doing it. It's doing up to 422 kilograms, which means 5 bamboo plant. If you plant by 1 person, India will become a carbon neutral. Every person plants it. But unfortunately, what happens? The bamboo will decay, release the oxygen again. Our bamboo is going to be used for making a furniture, which will remain for next 20 years. Again, it will release into carbon dioxide. Or if you burn the bamboo, it again going to release the carbon dioxide. So the best is to capture the carbon, convert the bamboo into a carbon. Please know that once the bamboo is converted into carbon, it will never go back to oxygen, means carbon dioxide, for next 2,000, 3,000 years. Yeah. So now let's look at bamboo is producing 250 kilograms of wood, which is from the 10 culms. Each culm is giving 25 kilograms, and it's able to, when you convert them into biochar, it can convert it into 35% of the material, which is 88 kilogram. 88 kilogram means it is 305 kg of carbon dioxide per plant, per tree. Now it's getting stored as a carbon. This carbon, we should not burn it. We should put back to the ground, put back to the soil, or bury it somewhere. So that is going to keep the carbon dioxide converted, sucked from the air, converted into solid form. It will remain forever, right? Now, if you're doing this, 1,900 kilogram, I told you in the beginning, Indian emission, and for which every plant is able to get converted into 305, which means 6.3 bamboo plant planted by one Indian over a period of next 10 years. I'm not saying every year, 10 years, only once, and then convert them into a carbon and put them back as a biochar into the ground, the soil. What is happening when you put the biochar? It's able to convert the soil into a fertile soil. It's able to condition the soil. It's able to increase the fertility. It is able to hold the moisture. It is able to increase the microbial action in the soil. And when you apply a fertilizer nutrient, they are remaining absorbed by the charcoal and they are released back to the plant. It's a basically conditioner. So basically bamboo charcoal is going to increase the fertility of the agriculture field. You can put anywhere in the world. And this is the concept by which we can do this. But today what is happening? All the developed countries, US, Europe, they are all trying to suck the carbon dioxide through systems, which is going to be 10 to 15 times more costly than a bamboo biochar. And that's not going to be in the liquid, that's going to be liquid. You have to store it below the sea or store it below the rock or store it below the soil. And here it is permanently done on a sustainable basis, which creates income to the farmer. And this is what the graph of Indian emission. So 1,900 kilogram to offset the Indian emission. What we need to do, very simple, what I told you again, repeating it once more, just plant 7 Bima bamboo plant, which will be able to sequester the carbon continuously, because the bamboo, the Balcova, which is developed out of the Balcova, it's a sterile species. It's not going to die at all. So you don't need to replant them after 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years time. It's going to be there forever. It's a permanent solution. It's a sustainable solution. It's going to be, and it's going to be forever. Okay, coming back to the net zero, 3 billion ton of carbon dioxide. If you want to become 2070, I'm putting the same number through another means. What we need is, we need an area instead of every person doing it. We can tell the government can tell everybody that one plant you can plant over a period of next every year. In 7 years time or 10 years time, you complete the target. If not, let's not do that. Let's go to the area plantation. What we talked is 3 billion ton of carbon dioxide by 2070, and for which it is 3 million ton of carbon dioxide. The area required is 30 million hectare. If you're growing bamboo, converting into carbon dioxide, converting into charcoal, and then charcoal is buried as a biochar. That means you are able to reduce 100 tons of carbon dioxide you're able to do with the help from 1 hectare. And that is going to, if you're going to do that over a period of next 20 years, not 2070, by 2030, 2040, we can do that. I told you in the beginning, China is first, US is second. They have agreed in the COP26 saying that they will become net zero by not 2070. They said they will become net zero by 2050. China will become net zero by 2060. 2050, 2060, we are saying 2070. And our carbon footprint is only, very less as compared to those two countries. But they are going to talk in terms of industrialization, in terms of methodology or instruments and equipments, which also going to create carbon footprint. But whereas growing bamboo, there is no carbon footprint. It converts, takes the carbon dioxide, converts into charcoal, and the charcoal is buried. Now, there are many organizations are talking to me from different parts of the world, including Switzerland. They want to do this either in India or abroad, take back the carbon, bury it in the Switzerland to make the country carbon neutral. Now, you might ask, where is this 1.5 million hectare available every year? Or for the whole year, 30 million hectare, where is available? This is the next question everybody asks me. And for which I've taken a data now. We have JFM, 22 million hectare. FDCM, very low, FDC, for Forest Development Corporation. Wasteland is 33 lakh hectares, the 33 million hectare. It's not lakh, it's the million hectare, 55 million hectare. Or look at, we have number of villages. We have 6.6 lakh villages. If our requirement is only 30 million hectare, if you do 50 hectare, if you do for each village, our entire sequestration is done. That means government should provide fund to each village to grow bamboo in 50 hectares, which will produce them electricity, which will produce them income, which will produce them all that, but country will become easily net zero by not 2070, by 2030, 2040 itself we can do that. And for which the money needed, it's not $1 trillion what we are asking. It's 1/10 of the money is sufficient, but which is going to be sustainable. We don't need that. Why? How it's happening? Bamboo or any leaf, they take the carbon dioxide, take the water, and they produce the carbohydrate. And bamboo is highly sustainable. They produce per hectare. These are all available already with a lot of research being done. It's 13 to 19 million, 19 ton of carbon dioxide per hectare is getting done by the normal trees, whereas bamboo is doing 20 to 30. But today, with the development of new clones, agriculture practices, it is going beyond 30 tons. Bamboo sequestration is very effective. It goes up to 60 tons of carbon dioxide. Even if you take 50 tons, it's enormous quantity. Another thing is bamboo need not be replanted. Whereas this, if you do through other trees, you have to replant them after some time. Whereas bamboo keeps on growing further. But it's not happening today in India. We have 16 million hectare in India. We have 16 million hectare in India. We are number 1 in the world. China is only 5.5 million hectare, number 2 in the world in terms of area. But the quantity is very high. The reason is we are able to produce only 0.5 ton of bamboo per acre per year because it is wild in the forest. Now, right now, many farmers are growing bamboo. They are able to grow comfortably, and they are able to do with the cultivated bamboo, they are able to get 4 to 8 tons per acre per year. But with the advancement in technology, like how we are doing broiler chicken, or how we are doing, our Jersey cow growing, like this, we can also do precision farming in the bamboo, which will lead to 40 tons per acre per year. And that is what is possible. But why it's not happening? Because the regular bamboos are wild, they're thorny, whereas thornless bamboo is available in large quantity. Now, NBM is really introducing these kind of a species everywhere, but it's not sufficient to meet the target. Now, if you want to really look at this kind of a higher yield of 40 ton, number one, you should have the best species as per the climatic condition. Today, we go by the market demand. A lot of people are planting, dendrocalamus asper, which will not come in the dry area. People are planting a lot of tulda because the demand is very high for incense stick. So instead of that, we should look for the correct climatic condition and the parameter. Based on that, we should do that, and we should have a right clone and best propagation material. That's another which is lacking. Then agriculture practices not been introduced fully into the bamboo. It is there in sugar cane, it is there in banana, it is there in the rice, but we don't do much in the case of bamboo. And then closer planting, then irrigation. Give limited irrigation through the drip line so that we give only those required water and the nutrient. Then bamboo grows like this. This is the aerial shot of the bamboo, where bamboo is cultivated as a crop. So where the sequestration is very high. Today, we don't mind investing millions of dollars, trillions of dollars for machinery to do this carbon sequestration. What? They are going to collect the carbon dioxide from the air and do that. But whereas bamboo to plant, you don't need to do that. So bamboo is going to be the next disruptive technology to dominate the future in a very, very big way. I know as a bamboo society, we should really, really take it forward and tell the whole world, including India, that bamboo is the solution for the global warming. I've been working this for 15 years, 16 years on this aspect. Bamboo is going to be, today what is happening, all the factories are doing emission, and the bamboo farming is going to bring down the emission as a carbon farm. This is what the new terminology, carbon farming. Grow the bamboo, convert them into biochar, and put them back in the soil. That's the simplest, easiest way of doing carbon sequestration or pumping down the carbon dioxide. The reason is bamboo has got 48 to 52% carbon in the body. There are so much carbon is available. And this carbon could be really, really, when you convert them into charcoal, you'll get 35% only. Now, I've recorded this and showing you now as how the annual bamboo carbon sequestration takes place for 1 acre. This is number of years, first year, second year, third year, fourth year, fifth year, up to 10th year, I'm just plotting it. And this is a ton of carbon, ton per acre. Now, you see them, the growth is very slow, 3 tons, then becomes 6 tons, 11 ton, 23 ton in the fourth year, then it become fifth year, 33 ton of bamboo is going to be produced, then it's going to be 50 tons. Of course, you can also prepone by planting them high density, but conventionally, if you grow them, this is what is happening. So this is the ton of bamboo biomass generated per acre. Now, this is the quantity of mass, but how much carbon dioxide it is able to do that? That if you see it, it is a 7 ton, 16 ton, 28 ton, 53 ton, and up to 88 tons in the 6th year, every acre it is doing that. Or in terms of hectare, it's 200 tons of carbon dioxide is sequestered. Now, and it's permanent, continuously is coming. And that is the ton of carbon dioxide per acre. This is the one which you will see below is a biomass. Now, we can go into the numbers, each number, if you want to really know that some of the people may or may not know. This is the year I put in the top all the years. Then the number of culms it is producing, 4, 5, 7, 10. Every year then it's going to produce 10 culms. Each culm is going to, because there are 200 plants are there per acre, and it's able to produce 800 culms, 1000 culms, 1400. It stabilizes at 2000 culms every year per acre. And each culm is going to weigh, in the beginning, it's only 4 kilograms, 1 culm. then it will be 7 kilogram, then it will go to 9 kilogram, the fresh coming in the third year, and the fourth year it will be 14 kilogram, and ultimately in the sixth year it will be 22 kilogram per culm. So the biomass yield is going to be something like 3, 7, 13, 25, 44 tons. Taking into 90% success rate, we have only around 40 tons per acre per year. Now, biomass below the ground, the leaves are, the roots are there, the rhizomes are there. In the first year, it's only 1 ton per acre, then become 2, then become 3. As they grow more and more, the amount of 30% of the bamboo plant is below the ground in terms of rhizomes, roots, and the leaf which is falling. Every year, the bamboo leaves falling is 4 tons per acre. First year is very less, 0.5 tons. Then it becomes 1 ton, then it becomes 2 tons. When it becomes fully grown, full acre, it is almost 4 tons of dry leaf falling every year. Now, that means total amount of mass generated per acre is 4, 9, 16, 30, including above and below ground. It's 50 tons of biomass is growing, and that is coming because of the sequestration of carbon. I just go to the next stage where I just brought down the same number, but then reduce all the table now. Now, total biomass is 50 tons per acre, out of which what we can harvest is only, we cannot harvest anything for the first 4 years in a 200 plants per acre. Then you can harvest only 30, 35, 40, 40. If you want, you can prepone by planting 1,000 plants. I can start doing in 2.5 years. But let's not do that. Let's do the conventional method of doing it. Even then, the carbon is going to be around 24 tons of carbon is going to be there per acre. Carbon dioxide is going to be 88 tons because 3.67 times of carbon is the carbon dioxide weight. And per hectare, if you're looking at this, is 218 tons, which is, we can round it up to 200 kilograms of carbon dioxide. So the net at any given time, when you grow bamboo, it will be able to hold close to around 250 tons, 256 tons of carbon dioxide per hectare. Always it can hold it. Now, the normal technology is we are burning the fossil, converting into carbon dioxide. We have today, other than bamboo, we have solar, we have wind, which is able to do that, but that's going to be carbon neutral. But what we are talking today, using a bamboo to produce electricity, and we can convert them into energy through pellets, and by converting into carbon, we can get stored, it become a carbon negative technology. It's no more carbon neutral, it's a carbon negative technology where 40 tons of bamboo per acre, it can also produce 40 megawatt of electricity, and it can produce 4 tons of charcoal. The 4 tons of charcoal is going to be addition, which is going to be a carbon negative. When you look at 1 acre of bamboo, I told you in the beginning, 50 tons, 24 tons of carbon, 88 tons of carbon dioxide, 62 tons of oxygen is getting released. Let's not look at very high yield. Let's look at very low yield of 30 tons. And even then, bamboo can do 55 tons of carbon dioxide per acre, which is almost 100 tons per acre. Now, how we are doing it? We grow the bamboo. Initially, for up to 5 years, it is grown. No harvest is done. If you don't harvest the bamboo, the carbon sequestration is not going to happen. You have to cut the bamboo. So when you cut the bamboo, you cut it in the 6th year, you harvest the bamboo, you reduce the quantity from this to level, then again within 1 year they regrow. And again repeat it after the next year. Again 7th year, again 8th year, again 9th year, again 10th year, you can keep on harvesting the bamboo. When you harvest the bamboo, that is what we are going to convert into charcoal. But by growing bamboo or growing tree, we are not going to additionally every year, we cannot do that. It will be only one stock of carbon available. So bamboo biomass and CO2 per acre is going to be like this, which is 3 tons per acre in the beginning. Then it goes on up to the 40 tons. And in terms of carbon dioxide, is going to increase to 88 tons. Now, having collected the bamboo, first you cultivate the bamboo, and then you collect the biomass, you convert them into biochar. Now, when you look at the numbers, this is what we call as the cheapest carbon capture. The cheapest carbon capture, when you do that, 100 tons of biomass is there as a stock per acre, which we are collecting only 40 tons. We are converting into charcoal of 38%, which is only 14 tons. This 14 tons is able to bring the carbon dioxide to a level of 175 tons stock is available, but 70 tons is what is collected. But when you convert them into carbon dioxide, we are able to do 50 tons of carbon dioxide per year, per acre, by going to the with the help of charcoal. Only the carbon capture. So if you are having the entire 40 ton, if it is decaying, then the 70 ton will get released back to the atmosphere. But when you're converting into charcoal, we are losing something like 20 tons, but it's able to remain permanently for next 2,000-3,000 years, nothing will happen. Now, the next option is we do the bamboo cultivation, then do the biomass, you generate electricity. In electricity, when you generate, that's also carbon neutral electric power, where you're just doing the electricity to produce the bamboo, where 40 ton is produced to make 40 megawatt of electricity. And the carbon capture now is not 50 ton, it is 39 tons per carbon dioxide. Because our grid today, we are emitting something like 0.97 tons of carbon dioxide for every megawatt, which amounts to only 39 tons. So earlier one, I shown you 50 tons per acre, whereas here when you do the electricity, our carbon emission target is not able to come through. But then now the third route is you produce electricity and also you produce charcoal, which is called the pyrolysis process of producing electricity. In a pyrolysis process, you're also getting power and the biochar, and that becomes carbon negative power. It is not, earlier I said carbon neutral, this is a carbon negative power. In a carbon negative power, 35 megawatt of power is generated instead of 40 megawatt, but 6 tons of biochar is produced, and that amounts to huge quantity of difference in terms of 56 tons. Earlier, when we did charcoal, it's only 50 tons. And when you do the power and this, it is 56 tons of carbon, which is the better route to do that. We have so many villages. I told you in the beginning, we have 6.6 lakh villages available. Each village, if they're going to plant something like 50 hectares of land, we can produce easily one megawatt electricity, and that can produce the sequestration. This process is simple. Bamboo is taken to the gasifier. In the gasifier, it is converted into gas. The syngas is used for producing electricity. The charcoal is coming to reduce the carbon dioxide. This is the smallest gasifier, which is 5 kilowatt. NMBA, in 2005 itself, they developed this system. And then this is 500 kilowatt. Today, even up to 5 megawatt, we can make bamboo-based gasifiers, which will produce the charcoal. So 200 acre will produce, through pyrolysis, 1 megawatt electricity and also produces charcoal. The charcoal brings back the carbon negative power, and it will be able to do that. Not only power, you can also convert bamboo into ethanol. And every acre of bamboo is able to produce something like, every 4 kilos is able to produce 1 liter ethanol, and it's able to, 1 acre can produce 10,000 liter ethanol. That's what India is looking at to increase it. Now, not only ethanol, today Shell is working in Bangalore. They have developed a technology called Ih2 technology, where the bamboo biomass is used to produce hydropyrolysis gas, which is able to convert into this kind of a fuel, which is gasoline, jet fuel, and diesel. 4 kilos of bamboo is able to produce 1 liter petrol. 4 kilos of bamboo is able to produce 1 liter jet fuel or a diesel. And this plant is already available in Bangalore, near the airport. It is 5 ton capacity. And there are quite a few researches going on, and they have standardized this. They're going to go on a commercial in a very big way. They want to grow 30,000, 40,000 acres of bamboo to produce something like 2 to 3 lakh liters of oil every day. And that's what is going to happen. Bamboo is going to be a next disruptive technology to do this kind of operations to dominate the future. And let's look at another aspect of India. What are we doing? Number one, we have using this fuel sector, 70% is a coal. Only 27% is the oil and 3% is the gas. Now, in this, if you see this is the total for India. In India, we have our emission level of something like 2.6 billion ton of carbon dioxide. Out of that, 1.7 billion ton is a coal. And this coal is what is the culprit. We are using 900 million ton of coal, and it's coming in the trucks, lorries, or it comes in the train, and they are going to the cement factories, power projects, and it's going to the iron ore everywhere. But bamboo can easily replace, because the coal has got 4,000 to 7,000 kilo, 4,000 to 6,000 kilocalorie. Bamboo also can be made to do that. How? Bamboo chip like this has got 4,000 kilocalorie of energy value with a 1% ash content, and it can replace 0 to 25% of the coal. The next is bamboo can replace, if you want to increase a higher level, bamboo should be torrefied. Torrefied bamboo is half-baked coal. It's like our half-boiled egg, and that can go up to, from 25%, it can go up to 50% of the coal blending. Beyond 50%, we are 966 million ton of coal we are using it. That if you want to do that, then we should convert the bamboo totally into coal, and then that coal can go replace it. This is a complete powdered, or this is a split open coal. Above 50%, we can start using it. Now, looking at this 966 million ton of coal, what I said in the beginning, and which is, if you're going to replace by 25% blending with the coal to achieve our target, then oil, 10% ethanol blending we are going to do through the bamboo, then it is 0.7 billion ton of carbon dioxide, 0.43 billion ton, which amounts to 0.5 billion ton of carbon dioxide we can reduce only simply by bamboo in a matter of 10 years. By 2030, we can do it for the government of India, which means we need to have 12.4 lakh hectares or 12.4 million hectare. And where is this land available? Today, I've taken a land use pattern of India. We have area in million hectares. This is the agriculture land, this is the forest land, this is the non-agriculture land, this is the barren land, uncultivated barren land, and we also have permanent pastures. Instead of we spending $1 trillion of money, we can use one of the sector, and how much we need, it's hardly around 8 million hectare only to do this. That could be, need not be an agricultural land. I just shown it here to show this here. We have non-agricultural land is 27 million hectare available. Barren land, 17 million available. All these lands can be used easily to produce, to make the country carbon neutral. If you go a little beyond that, you can see, like, our agricultural land, if you completely take it out, 181 agricultural land is available. Even in the agricultural land, we have over 26.3 million hectare of land, fallow land. Fallow land. It's not getting cultivated because there's shortage of labor, shortage of alkaline soil, sodic soil. We are not able to do it. So that itself is 26 million hectare available, as against what we need is only 8 million hectare. Or if you say cultivable wasteland, a land which could be cultivable, but it's not cultivated, it's 12.56 million hectares available. And miscellaneous tree crops is 3.2. We leave that because that's going to do the thing. If this is in the agriculture sector, if you want to touch it. If you say, no, I don't want to do the agriculture sector, we'll go to the other areas, like, the other than agriculture, we have in the forest land. If you look at it, we have dense forests of only 8.6 million hectare in India. And the moderate dense forest is only 31 million hectare. what I said, we need something like 8 million hectare. Open forest, shrubs, 4 million hectare. Open forest is 30 million hectare available, because we need to bring down the carbon dioxide. All these areas are lands available. We don't need to go to Africa to plant the bamboo. This could be done here in India itself. Our area requirement is only 8 million, which is easily available in this. Or if you look at the JFM, they have 22.9, it's 22.9 million hectare, 6.7 million hectare of FDCM, or a wasteland, 55.8 million hectare of land is available. Or as I said in the beginning, village, 6.6 lakh village is available, 50 lakh acres if you're going to grow in each village over a period of next 10, 20 years time. Let's plan a 5-year, 10-year, 20-year plan, then it is possible to do that. So bamboo is easily, we can do that. And considering the time, I'll just skip over all this. Why bamboo? Bamboo is native to India. Bamboo is originally evolved and it's native to India. Number 2, largest bamboo area is in India. We are not touching it. Number 3, it generates employment in agriculture and rural. And then it is Swachh Bharat. It's able to clean the atmospheric carbon dioxide. It's able to grow in the sewage water. Today, if you see Bangalore has got 720 million liter of sewage water, sufficient for 40 lakh acres of bamboo. And it can be used for that. Then comes bamboo also can be used as an energy, raw material for the energy sector. And then is the best solution for climate change. That's the reason bamboo should be considered for India. Though there are many trees available, bamboo is, it's a sustainable, continuously can grow. And if you're taking a species which is sterile species, which is going to be very, very effective, we need not be replanting it. So bamboo is going to be the green gold for India. Now, Indian bamboo should be redefined as sustainable carbon sink. We are sticking to the product. We are looking at the energy, but today we should talk in terms of making into this one, to create job, next to motivate the economic activity in the countryside, and to have a sustainable rural economy to come up. Bamboo is the best one available for us. The safe foreign exchange, all these petrol, diesel, crude oil, which is coming from abroad, and CNG gas, all that could be avoided, and which will increase our foreign exchange, reduces the depending on the fossil fuel, establishes the land cover, green cover for this, reduces the carbon emission. Bamboo is going to be the next one possibly for us. And why it's not taking place? If this is the case, if this is such a simple one, why it's not taking place? Number 1, lack of high yielding hybrid clones are not available. Today we are talking only in terms of species. We are not going to the level of clones. We are talking clones in banana, in sugarcane, in rice, in every other plant we are doing it, but not in bamboo. We need to really work on the better clone than what we have today. Then lack of planting material, the quality planting material. Today, go to the nursery, you get seed propagated ones, or a thorny bamboo, or plants without pedigree, they are able to get it. Then comes the demand for market, lack of awareness. It's not available. Then farmers do not know where to sell the bamboo. That's also another thing. Bamboo Society should be able to take this forward and educate, show them where it is available. And lack of bamboo collection centers, because farmers cannot go sell it to the factories. Today, a company like Dalmia Cements wants to grow 50 lakh acres of bamboo, but they cannot go to the individual farmer and collect it. They need a collection center, and somebody should collect and give it to them, like a coal, how they supply it. So we need to have a collection center for that. Then the buyback arrangement with such big companies for the farmers, so that the farmers will be assured to do that. Like how sugarcane is getting cultivated, one should be able to do that. Then lack of infrastructure. Northeast, we have a lot of bamboo, but we don't have a road to collect the bamboo and bring it out. And then lack of market assistance program for this, and shortage of raw material. I just take only the coal. If you're looking at it, 820 million ton of coal out of the 200 million ton we are importing from abroad, which can be replaced with the 200 million ton of bamboo, which needs by itself around 50 lakh acres. We don't have. But today The company like Dalmia Cement I've been working with them for the last 3.5 years, not only with the Dalmia, with around 10 different cement factories in India. We have been educating them, telling them, informing them, and they all started using it. Now, Dalmia Cement is reduced the carbon footprint. Indian average is 579. Dalmia Cement is only 493. And in the Northeastern operations, only 330. And they are planned to do 2030. By 2030, they want to become net zero. India is saying net zero by 2070. Dalmia is saying that, for which the managing director of Dalmia is asking for 2 million hectares of wasteland for cultivating bamboo. This is what he never said here. He went to COP26 and he announced there. What is this 2 million hectares? It is 50 lakh acres of bamboo cultivation. Huge. One factory. We have got 17 factories only. There are Dalmia cements. There are many other cement factories are there. All these are going to come in a big way. And the ultimate use is going to be bamboo is going to replace all the fossil fuel in India in a very big way, like, to do bio-CNG, the coal replacement, electricity, bioethanol, bioelectricity, all that could be done. In terms of quantity, if you want to see that, this is the quantity needed for each sector, ultimately is 2,400 million ton, which amounts to 240,000. 240 lakh hectares is what we need in India. We can do that. That's available. We can get it done very easily. And bamboo is the future for India to bring the carbon emission less and achieve the target by involving the farmer at 1/10 of the cost of carbon capturing. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. I just leave it open for the
Thank you, Dr. Barathi. That was amazing presentation. And we'll take a few questions from the participants. If you'd like to ask any questions, please raise your hand on the Zoom link. Those who are connecting by Clubhouse, you can ask your question at the appropriate time. So the first question comes from Mr. Saurabh Patel. Please go ahead, sir.
Hello, sir. I'm Saurabh Patel from Shimoga, which is in Karnataka. Hello.
Please go ahead. We can hear you.
I just want to share you with my project or my things, what I have done in just 1 month with the assistance of Cycle Pure Agarbattis, that is NR Group. In last month, we are able to plant 5,000 bamboo saplings in the districts of Chikmagalur, Shimoga and North Karnataka of Karnataka state. And most of the farmers are, as Dr. Barathi said, he's an amazing person with huge bamboo knowledge. He's an encyclopedia, no doubt about it. As he said, most of the farmers are not aware of the things what they can get avail from the bamboo. In this region, everyone are into areca plantations because areca, which is highly used for the tobacco and narcotic things, and the government has to take a different initiative for that. But in the perspective of bamboo, we have to make them more aware. So from my NGO, I'm doing a lot of activities with this. So please do help us whenever with the technical supports. So that's the only thing what we want from our Bamboo Society of India. So please be in touch with us, sir. Just give us some time to share things.
Thank you, Mr. Patel. I think we're running a conscious program very soon on, especially the COP26 initiative. Please stay connected to the Bamboo Society and become a member. And we will take this mission forward. Now, you, me, individually, we cannot do this. We have to have a collective movement. Can
I share a small video of that, sir? What the project that I have done?
Please connect on WhatsApp. Please reach us on the Bamboo Society of India website, and we'll stay connected on this. Thank you very much. Okay, Mr. Harpal Singh, please.
Anji, yes. Dr. Saab.
Yes, sir.
How are you?
Very well, sir. Very well.
Excellent. That day, it was kind of cut short. We will discuss that later personally. But how about the nursery? We need a lot of nursery this side. And as I told you, I aim to go commercially. And we would need lots and lots of assistance. Can you develop nursery? I give you the place at the farm itself, we can do it jointly?
Yes, sir. We will discuss this later. But then as I was trying to tell, the planting material could be made available in each state, each district level, having a small nurseries which could be supplied by one of the tissue culture lab. It may not be myself. There are a lot of people available, and they can take the plant, make it available with the certification of the Government of India, so that the species is guaranteed, the quality is guaranteed with the genetic fidelity. So this should be coming. I think it's a matter of time. It will come, sir.
You see, as that gentleman said, we need a lot of knowledge and the assistance. What is government providing? We don't know about that sort of a thing.
Sir, yes, sir. The Bamboo
answer
Society
that.
of India is going to really doing this, because if you see them every Saturday, we have 2 such conferences, meetings. We are providing all these knowledges from different sector, not only cultivation, product, all these. So this is one of the effort what Bamboo Society is doing it. Keep attending our Bamboo Society meeting on a continuous
I
way.
do all the time, as you know. You
Yes,
see,
sir.
that's last thing is there are so many, but that we'll discuss separately.
Yes, sir.
You mentioned about NTPC, but I think their method of producing electricity is a faulty. They should go for gasification. The efficiency will be many fold better, and trap the heat as well, because the thermal heat can be converted into electricity as well as thermal cold storages, which we need a lot. 45% of perishables are going waste in the country.
Yes, sir, I agree with you. But then, they are talking in terms of 600 megawatt, 1,200 megawatt, 2,000 megawatt. Today, we
So
don't
that
have
is possible.
that size of a
We have the
gasification
biomass.
plants. Sir, let me complete, sir. What you said is 100% true, that efficiency of complete burning against gasification is the better route, and which has got a more efficiency and carbon negative power. But then, if you want to do on a large scale, there are very few plants. Russian plants are there which are doing only coal gasification. If you see Neyveli Corporation in Tamil Nadu, they have 600 megawatt